Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AZFL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I let you this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where the green line here is coming from. But before I go any further, I do want to make a little clarification, because from a presentation standpoint, this chart can be tricky because it's all about perspective. What do I mean about that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, for example, and you wanted to sell within 90 seconds after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart looks pretty miserable. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. There was a pretty big pullback that happened today. But from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build an overall higher base. And when you have overall higher bases being built over time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. And I'm going to be talking about things from the big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a different strategy and outlook going into the trade. So before we get into that, though, I want to do the quick update, and that update is based on a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that did watch yesterday's video, hopefully remember me talking about 0018 as support, but now that the price is broken below it, which happened right there, if this upwards bounce can continue, that first roadblock to keep an eye on is going to be right there at 0018. So keep an eye on that. That'll be that near-term level, I should say, of resistance. And then after today's price movement, we got some more data. After 0018, next key overall area of resistance up there at 0021. Now, as far as supports and as far as, the comment I made about the big picture perspective, the easiest way to monitor that is just to continue to watch that purple line. And this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched the videos from the past. But if you have, you've heard me talk about, hey, as long as the price is above it, then, the bulls are in full control. And surprise, surprise, this is why I laugh when people say charts don't work. Look right where the price decided to level out and then start to bounce from. The purple line there. Now, am I sitting here saying that it's impossible for the price to break through that level? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, it's a little bit more than a coincidence that it just happened to bounce right at that level. And the reason this area is so important is, let's say that this is where the price ultimately bounces. Actually, let's say it pulls back a little bit more to right there and just levels out at 0014. At that point in time, from a big picture perspective, the previous set of lows is down there. You look at these as stair steps. Stair steps are still going in the overall upwards direction, and that's the name of the game. So that's what's causing and justifying me to say that, yeah, big picture, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build and higher stair step and construct, or I should say continue to construct a longer term uptrend. So we'll see if they can do it or not, but so far so good. It was good to see that the price was able to hold above that purple line. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.